explain exactly what is over there and, you know, the difference in the islands and waterways and stuff. It's just easier to understand what I'm talking about when you can actually see it. We came to this river. This one here is called the May River. The main purpose of this body of water is to take you back to mainland South Carolina. So right behind y'all, you'll see the 2 bridges that you use to get on and off the Hilton. You might only be able to see the one, but I'm trying to cut the tour short or anything. I'm just, you know, working past it and hoping we find some dolphins that are going to be a little bit more active. We're going to be able to get.
Oh, there he is.
Maybe.
There you go.
You see when he came up with the tail?
That's all the tail.
So they can be down under almost 10 minutes when they do that, up to 10 minutes. Which that usually typically happens. That was a juvenile male. That was a small male. Whenever you see them by themselves, it's going to always be a male. Females are never alone. Calabogie, which is this bigger body of open water we have that we're in, is like your main highway out here. This is where most of your boats are going to be traveling at. Most of them are going to be fishing or dolphin tours or whatever the case may be. There's a ton of different ways in and out of this body of water right here, which is the reason we call it a sound. We got the exit and entrance we just came into. There's a couple down straight the way we actually first started. Then there's also the Atlantic Channel. Channel that actually leads out towards the ocean would be directly behind us right here. But a bunch of different ways in and out of this body of water. You can travel from Beaufort and between Hilton Head, Bluffton, Defusky, farther down Hilton Head, Savannah, Tybee. If you're traveling by boat to any of these places, from these places, you're eventually going to travel through the Calabogie at some point, which is why usually there's that many boats out. This island to your left you see here is the island called Defusky. It's like your second most popular island around here. It's got about 400 total registered residents. Maybe a third of them are actually there at a time, and even less than that are actually live there. There's not a whole lot on this island other than houses. There's no grocery store or anything, and there is no road or bridge that leads there. You have to take a boat back and forth. So it's a very solitary life. There is a ton of history on this island. Looking at one of the lighthouses here that dates back to before the Civil War started. There's another one on the other side that's been around since before the Civil War started. This is the Hay Point Lighthouse, and the other one is the Bloody Point Lighthouse. Both of them have a ton of history. Basically, what I suggest out to people is if you were looking for something new and you wanted a nice relaxing day away from noise, you already spent time at the beach, you've been here, you went to the pool, you went to the beach, blah, blah, blah. You want to change the scenery, but still nice relaxing day, highly recommend going over to Defusky, because that's exactly what it is. You're not going over there to do a bunch of activities. Once they drop you off, you can get some lunch at one of the two restaurants right there, have a drink, listen to some live music, and then just go rent a golf cart or ride bikes and just explore the island for the day. They give you a map. There's a lot of Gullah history, which the Gullah people are the ex-slaves and migrated around areas after the Civil War ended. And there's a signature drink there called the scrap iron, which back during the Prohibition, the Gullah people were smuggling moonshine into Savannah, which is the big city directly south of us. They were smuggling that moonshine, got in trouble, so they diluted it with sweet tea, and then called it a scrap iron. And that's what they don't sell that exact recipe today, just because you can't sell that type of moonshine anymore. It's very small. Yeah, I can feel a bar, but it's still really cool to go check it out. Highly recommend it out to you. Just don't go over there expecting to do activities. Right behind us here, have y'all had a chance to visit Harbortown already? Yeah? Cool. Yeah, Harbortown, highly recommended. Back before Hilton Head was this tourist attraction, it was an African safari hunting ground. And they realized really quickly that the animals weren't going to survive here because the environment's completely different. So they sold off all the land. 17,000 acres of it was sold to Charles Frazier. He turned it into sea pines, and then because he had all these vacation homes, condos, and regular homes and a beachfront, he needed an attraction, a landmark for people to visit. He was a huge fan of Mediterranean-style lighthouses, and he came up with the idea to build that, which is a Mediterranean-style lighthouse. Very cool in there. They got a lot of restaurants, shops, parks, places to walk around. There's a brand new restaurant called Quarterdeck that I haven't had a chance to even try it yet, but I've heard very good things about it. But it's definitely a spot you for sure want to visit at least once while you're on Hilton Head. It's a great spot to watch the sunset on right there on that view. We're going to go ahead and loop around and continue making our way towards the end of the Calabogie on our way back to that no-wake zone. Might get this behind us and keep pushing its way over the Calabogie. We're going to hightail it through that no-wake zone, not even slow down, just make it back to the top and get read on to that.
They have the swimming pool on top there. The umbrellas.